114 appearances and 36 goals later, you're in your 4th season at Ross County.
Yeah, it's been a good few years I've been here now. I've enjoyed it. It's been some ups and downs, but overall, you know, it's been brilliant. I've really enjoyed the people at the club as well, and really bought into it. So I'm happy here.
Billy, one thing you've done consistently over your career is score goals. How hard? Everyone will always want to know about the great points when you're on great runs of scoring in rates of games, but if you strip it back, what's it like when you're not scoring, and how do you get yourself out of those places when things aren't going your way and that little bit of luck isn't going your way?
You just keep going, you keep training hard, you keep trying to put the ball in the net in training, and you know, hopefully you know, you've had the experience before, which I've had, where I ain't scored and I know that I go around the corner and things can change quickly, and that's what's happened in the past, and you know, hopefully that can happen again. But you just keep going, you keep trying, keep getting in the right positions and keep training hard.
Everybody talks about how over the years the game changes. For you as a striker, how has the game changed since you started out, and how does it change the way you have to play your position as well?
Yeah, probably when I started, everyone was playing 4-4-2, so you know, I'd find myself in a 2 up front, and I think it was when I first went to Inverness that changed, and everyone started going more midfielders and 1 up, and so I had to change my game and playing the lone striker a lot, which I think I adapted to really well, and I probably favour that now to going into a 2, playing up there on my own. I kind of know what I'm doing, and that's what's probably evolved over the years, and that's just the way football's gone.
When you were offered the chance to come back to the Highlands, to Ross County in 2017, because you'd been in the Highlands before with Inverness, did that make the decision easier for you to come back up north? Yeah, massively. We still had friends up here, and obviously I knew ex-players at Inverness at the time, and boys who were here as well. I knew from playing with them and playing against them, so it made it really easy. We knew the area. It's such a great place to live, and you know, that was probably a big factor in me coming back here. How important is it for players to have a settled environment off the pitch as well? Because, you know, when we go back to just before you joined Ross County, you had 3 loan spells in a relatively short space of time at Dundee United, Oldham and Inverness. Was it important for you then to just try and get that kind of calm and not have to chop and change every 6 months? Yeah, I think obviously I still had a year left at Wigan, so it was either go out on loan, but I didn't want to do that again. I wanted to go and settle somewhere, and that's why up here I felt it was the perfect place for me, with like I said before, the surrounds. I knew it, and it definitely helps when you settled off the pitch. You're moving around. Actually, I had a spell when I come back up here with Inverness on loan. I was away from my family, and I didn't enjoy it at all, so it was definitely a big factor in me on and off the pitch. I think it helps you. Season 2018-19, the club wins the championship, the Challenge Cup. You scored 20 goals in 34 games. Given the relegation the previous season, was it important that you all came out all guns blazing and you tried to prove those people wrong from the previous year? Yeah, it was. Obviously, I'd had a few bad spells before that. So for me, when I got offered the deal to stay at the end of the relegation year, I jumped at it straight away, signed, and knew what I wanted to do. I wanted to get myself in the team, score goals, and help the team get back. And thankfully, I'd done that. And it was kind of a year for me that I needed to get back scoring goals, enjoying my football again after the few loan spells I had. So it was great for me, and it was great for the club to bounce back first time. And as you've seen in the past, it's been difficult for teams to come straight back up. So it was great for us to do it, and it was a great job by the management and the players at the time, so it was great. And it ended a bit frustratingly for you as well, because during that great run, you said 20 goals in 34 games, you have your injury, which prevents you adding to that tally in what was a phenomenal season for you as an individual too. Yeah, if you look at it, I probably started the season quite slowly, and I've found myself probably waiting until about October time to really kick on and score my goal. So obviously I would love to play the last 2-3 months of the season and see how many I could have got in the end, but the lads got us over the line, and it was just great to be part of it. That whole season was just great to be part of. At 32, what are the biggest changes you've seen in yourself from the young Corby whippersnapper that was trying to break through at Leicester?
There's not loads that change. I think when you have the fundamentals that I got at Leicester, just make sure you work hard on a daily basis and make sure you apply yourself properly, then, you know, I think even when you get to this age, I still do that. I still think I apply myself every day in training and keep training hard, and, you know, I still feel fit as ever. And you know, this season I think I hit my top speed I have that I've been at the club, so I still feel good. A lot of people look at age, but nowadays with your sports scientists and the way you're treated and looked after games, I don't think age comes into it too much. I think it affects different players at different stages, and at the minute I still feel really fit and hungry and want to play football.
You've said there about the fundamentals you picked up at Leicester. One of the old adages in football is you learn from every club that you've played at. What are the kind of key things that you've taken from clubs that you've been at over the years?
It's probably been bits and pieces under different managers that they install in you, and you just have to take them on board. And you look at our manager now, John Hughes. At my time with him, I learned a lot. We played probably the first time in my career where he actually properly wanted to get the ball down and play and in Inverness, and it took us a while to get there, but when we got there, you know, I think we were the second or third most possession team in the league, and we finished, the lads ended up finishing third and winning the cup. So you take things from different managers. Obviously when I went to Inverness, I had a really good spell under Terry Butcher, and he was great for me. He looked after me really well. So at different clubs, I think it's different players, the senior players and the managers that you take things off and you have to learn from and adapt, and I've done that over the years, and it's great to work with some of these guys.
You've been capped 11 times for your country, for Northern Ireland as well. Would you say that's the proudest achievement of your career? Yeah,
definitely. I kind of wasn't even thinking about it when it happened, and it was great. I kind of had the season at Inverness, I scored 27, and, you know, I got called up, and it all kind of happened really fast, and it was great. Made my debut in March, I think, against Malta. So, you know, it was just great to be out there. It was something I didn't really think was going to happen, and when it did, I wanted more of, and I was you know, thankful and grateful. Mike O'Neill kept me in nearly every squad for 3 or 4 years, so it was great time.
Born in England, you play for Northern Ireland, but Scotland seems to be your stomping ground in terms of football. It's been your most successful place to play. Over 300 games, 115 goals. Why does it click for you in Scotland, Billy?
I'm not sure. Obviously I got given the chance to come up here, and I could have stayed in England. I had a few clubs in England wanting me at the time, but, you know, when I had the chance to come to the Scottish Premiership, I jumped at it, and it's the best thing I ever done for my career. It's come up here. I moved away from the family, and you know, you just had to focus on football, and that's what I did, and I worked hard and kind of got the rewards over my career of it, and I've just kind of find myself keep coming back here, and, you know, and like I referred to before, you know, especially up here in the Highlands, you know, I've loved it, and it's a great place.
You are one of the more experienced players in the team now. Is the important thing for you to make sure that the chances that you do get, you grab them with both hands and try and keep showing that the goal scorer is still there? You did it last February, you got on a great run. It's getting the chance to do that again. Yeah,
it's obviously been a difficult season for myself. Obviously used to playing most weeks, and I found myself out of the team a lot this season, but, you know, you just got to be supportive of the guys, and like you say, when your chance comes, take it, and, you know, even if it's 5 minutes, you got to show the manager that you're still hungry and you still want to be part of it, and, you know, that's what I'm going to try to do every time I get on the pitch, is just show that I'm still here, still about, and still want to play and help the team. And, you know, I think I do that every day in training. I put myself out there to get picked, so I've just got to keep going.
You're surrounded by exciting young talent in the team: Ollie Shaw, Ross Stewart, Harry Payton, Charlie Larkin. Do you find yourself now, being one of the more senior guys, you're talking to them in a different way than you were when maybe you were 24, 25 with younger players in the group?
Yeah, you do. You find yourself, you know, passing a little bit of advice to them, and something that I got during my career with the older players as well. You just find yourself naturally doing it, and even at times you probably don't mean it. You just naturally do it, and I think we've got a few older players in the squad that do that. So I think, you know, we complement each other well, the younger players and the older players, and I think you're going to see it all come together and go on a good run.
Billy, we wish you all the best for the rest of the season. Thank you for joining us on RCFCTV.